Hey guys, Adriana Jimenez joined here with world renowned trainer Andre ROZIER. Andre, we just saw COMMEY defend his title against Ray Beltran, a very terrific, action-packed fight.
Yes,
Can I get your thoughts of how you assess this fight?
Well, Ray, we all know, is a warrior. He comes to fight and he gives his all. He always does. And I told Richard, I said, just be careful. I said, stalk, but don't overexert. Keep it in a consistent realm. And I think when he hurt him in the first round, he sort of got a little anxious, went a little crazy, and he had to reel it back in. And this fight was a fight where he had issues with being butted and things of that nature, but it's all a growing process, and I think he will be a better fighter for it.
It was a very entertaining fight, and now next month Top Rank has TEOFIMO Lopez for the IBF Eliminator. They're expecting him to win, eventually face COMMEY and TEOFIMO Lopez. There's a lot of hype behind TEOFIMO Lopez. There's a lot of experts that say that he's the next big star. How do you assess TEOFIMO Lopez?
He's a fantastic young fighter. He's still, I feel, young in the game with only 13 bouts, but he comes to fight also, and he is exciting. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of exuberance to the ring. But if he has to face Richard, it's going to be a monumental task for him. I haven't seen a lightweight that punches like Richard in a long time, and his punching power is for real. It's for real. That's what Ray told me tonight. So he said, Andre, I've been in with some guys, but this kid's punching power is for real. So I mean, if they should happen to meet, I hope he's ready for it.
Have you and Richard had that conversation without overlooking, today Beltran, without overlooking TEOFIMO, had conversations about facing perhaps Lomachenko or the winner between Lomachenko and Campbell for that WBC title? Have you had that conversation?
Oh, we have it all the time. Richard is still a work in progress. I've had him for 5 fights now, and I'm still molding and melding and re-articulating his capability. And as each fight goes by, it gives me a little bit more time to fine-tune him. So every bout that I get under the belt with him is more money in the bank.
Lastly, can I get your thoughts on this mega fight that we have next month? July 20th, we have Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. We have young fighter versus 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao. How do you see the fight playing out?
Well, this is a fight that has two faces to it. It really does. Which Keith Thurman will we see? Will we see the Keith Thurman of old, who was very, very sharp, fast, hard punching, or will we see the cautious, gliding around the ring, aka almost running Keith Thurman? I hope to see the Keith Thurman that I fell in love with as a young amateur coming up all the way through his professional reign to becoming a world champion. I don't want to see him in reverse, and quite literally with Manny Pacquiao, he can't be in reverse. He has to fight, and he has to be sharp as a razor blade. So we'll see. Once again, it's a tale of two fights.
So you can't even give me a prediction of who wins and how?
You know what? I really can't, because we're talking about Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. Don't sleep on the old dog.
Do you see that rejuvenated Manny Pacquiao that people talk about? Is that what you see? What do you see in Manny Pacquiao?
Well, I see that he hasn't lost everything, which is important. I see the Manny that throws lots of punches. Is very, very unorthodox. He moves with that herky-jerky Manny Pacquiao style. You don't ever know where he might be bouncing from. He might bounce off the ceiling on you. But he still has enough of that to be very, very competitive, and that's dangerous.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you so much, and I had a wonderful time.